Okay, I'm just hoping. I don't know if this actually went through. I think it did. Let's see. Okay, it did. All right, good. All right, guys. How are you all? I just kind of wanted to start this a little bit early because I was feeling it. It just kind of spending some time in connection, meditation before I did this. And I have a message from you guys that I just did a little bit of automatic writing from the Lyrins that came through, picking up, I believe, on Atlantean, Lemurian energy kind of coming through at this time. So I'm going to start off with the Lyrin messages. For those of you who are new to my channel or have not seen the Starseed Tarot readings before, the first reading that I do, I'm going to be tuning into the Lyrin energy this time, and then I'm going to be doing the Pleiadians after. This will be a mix of Oracle Tarot card readings as well as potentially any channeled messages that are coming through. And these are collective readings, messages that the Lyrins and Pleiadians would like to share with us, possibly advice. So I just want to say hi, Mr. Fox, Mike Holt, Mila, Dusty, Christina, Tim, Mila, Joey. Good to see you all. And guys, before I start, I am gonna read this channeled message that I did write down. But for all of you, I do have a free Discord chat for anyone on the YouTube channel. The link is in the description below for you to join the server, and you can just connect with all of us, and we talk a lot about all the energies kind of going on. There's a lot of different channels. And then of course, for all of you interested, if you'd like to join my alchemy program, that has a private Discord server, and we're going to be meeting on our live call this Sunday. If you're interested in having guidance and being around like-minded people on the awakening journey, you can join Alchemy. The link for that is in the description below. All right, guys, I'm going to read to you the Lyrin message that I received that will kick the reading off. So there's what came through was bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. So much is bubbling to the surface. Things are heating up in a way, but also remember that heating something is a form or tool of alchemy. What is heating up at this time is transforming into a new reality that supports the newer energies. We hear the cries of outrage, the disappointment, and for some this is part of the alchemical transformation, as something that once was is transformed into something new. It is a death for some, but with death comes rebirth. The rebirthing of a system of ancient times, lost and forgotten, is coming back through a portal connecting other dimensions. Access to this wisdom comes through opening of the third eye and deeper activations of your DNA. You've held the codes to access this ancient remembrance, so tune into it through a strong spiritual practice that deepens your connection to Source and your home star. It was interesting, when this message was coming through, I was seeing very transparent portals, like rectangular portals of energy coming through. It's like layers and layers of dimensions of this ancient Atlantean, Lemurian energy that's kind of coming through. And I feel like this timeline that in the video that I talked about yesterday, that the timeline collapsing, I feel like it's part of that is because there is so much energy that's being awakened and rebirthed from those times of the golden age that's kind of starting to seep through and come alive again. So I'm going to start off the Lyrin reading by choosing an oracle card here from my white light oracle. Oh, there. Okay, that was fast. Oh, we have two. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we have Cupio de Salvi. Oh gosh, they're really whited out because these are really white. And we have Varapatra. And I just wonder if I can there we go. So let me just open the book, because these are Lana Fairchild, and she goes really deep into discussion here. But interestingly, number two. Okay. Oh, why I keep going over it? Opening the reading here for the Lyrin message. Okay. It's time to let go. Things are working out in their own way. Trust that your heart is wise in leading you on a soul healing journey and the right spiritual path. Spirit wants to bring you a blessing and a resolution, but you must let go and allow it to happen. Events are unfolding according to a higher plan. Even if your plans are going awry, know that all will come together at the right time and in the best way possible. Surrender your struggle and hold on to your faith. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is interesting because in my Pleiadian transmission that I released 2 days ago, it was about that it's time to lift the veil. And I really feel like that's happening with all of the stuff that we're seeing in our world right now. There is so much corruption coming to the surface. Like it's just coming out in droves. And I just really feel like this is definitely part of the plan. And I think many of us were hoping for some sort of awakening that would be a little easier and streamlined, that wouldn't take us on such a very chaotic journey. But again, I think I talked about this in either the Alchemy Discord or the YouTube Discord, but sometimes, you know, the outcome that we're hoping for, the plans to get there often can be divinely orchestrated in a much different way than the way we would orchestrate it. So that's really kind of coming here where we need to let go of control, and to trust that things are working out. And let me just go to the last one. Interesting, it's almost at the very end. That we're starting at the beginning and almost at the very end of the deck. So Vara Patra, out of confusion, a clear and progressive pathway is opening up for you. It is an auspicious time to give generously of yourself to others, enriching the quality of your connections, expressing spiritual blessings of goodwill and encouragement from your heart. A powerful blessing is entering your world. A prayer is now being answered in a beautiful way. Spirit gives freely and generously of all good things, and the task of humanity is to learn how to receive. The key to receiving is an open, surrendered, generous, and trusting heart. So I feel like also what I'm picking up here for the energies in conjunction with these two cards coming up is that through the letting go process, we're also opening ourselves up to receiving far more than we realized we were able to receive. And I feel like even we are going to be shocked at some of the outcomes here. In some ways, it's going to be better than we expected in some ways, which is a great thing. Dvara is Sanskrit for a pathway, an opening or portal, a doorway, or even a means or method. It indicates the way of your deepest fulfillment is via the receptive faculty of the sacred feminine. The feminine way is organic, creative, responsive, spontaneous, and effective. It is not constrained by our human perceptions of what is or is not possible. To honor and empower the sacred feminine genius in our lives requires considerable shift away from the mainstream conditioning and into spiritual surrender. Allow her method rather than blocking her loving creativity in our lives. Okay, so right now, the message that's coming through the Lyrins is that we very much need to surrender. And surrender is very much a divine feminine principle. And also receptivity is very important, another feminine principle. So they're bringing in a lot of divine feminine energy at this time. And, you know, with everything that's kind of going on, there's a part here that is asking us to play with the idea of letting go of control and allowing things to play out in the way that they are, the way that they are, but not trying to imprint or project the way we think it should be. And this will also, I'm talking about on a world scale right now, but remember that everything that's happening on the world scale is the macrocosm, and we can take that down into the micro for our own lives. So there is something here within your own life that you're being asked to surrender and let go and trust in the divine process. Trust that there is something orchestrated here that is beyond what you can imagine. That your higher self and other higher selves have been orchestrating together to bring into fruition. I'm just going to find out what other messages we have here from the Lyrins. Any other messages before I go into the tarot? Seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconscious to light. Yeah, I would say that's definitely happening right now. It's interesting that I'm seeing this card now with the channeled message they gave me before I even started this live that I read to you guys. They kept saying bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. And if you guys look at this, I don't know if you can see. Let me see if you guys can see the light on this card of the sea. Okay, it's the glistening of the light in the water coming up, but it's almost like it's bubbles as well. And so what I'm kind of seeing is that there is something very magical happening at this time. A lot of, interesting. The Atlantean and Lemurian energies are coming alive through the water. From the sunken depths of the sea, the light is starting to bubble up to the surface in alchemy of transformation. Ooh. Oh, that's like really hitting me in my gut. Wow. Oh, okay. For those of you who live near water, who live near the sea, the ocean, you can access this energy by going into the water or standing at the edge and calling to the water, calling to the energies still within the sea to communicate to you. Any other messages here? Big picture thinking. Oh, wow. Pleiades. Pleiades energy. Visionary, inspired energy coming through. Wow. Yeah, it's I've been feeling this happened in the last Starseed reading where this happened when I did the Syrians and the Pleiades, where I felt like there was a podium and they kept taking turns coming to the podium, even though I'm trying to just get the energy of the Lyrins here right now. I do feel like they're kind of mixing and matching and taking turns. So big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. So this is about really kind of pulling away from the mess of everything, or allowing yourself to really kind of go out into the cosmos, into the cosmic womb, the void, and allow yourself to kind of be there as you look down from the highest perspective on what is happening here, just in your life, but also in the world, to really grasp the bigger picture of everything here, that you will also be inspired. There will be visions that come to you at this time. They're available. And again, I feel like there is some sort of Atlantean, Lemurian, I want to say technology being activated, but the technology is within your DNA that's kind of really coming alive. So I'm going to put this over here. And let's go into Star Tarot and see what other messages are coming here. Things are really coming more to the surface. When I say the surface, I mean through the 3D dimension, from the unseen realms, the higher dimensions, where the energies on this planet and other dimensions are existing. Okay, our first card is the King of Swords in reverse. Okay, we have the Lovers coming up. Wow. We have the Two of Pentacles. So right away, I'm already seeing that many of us are really struggling with having to make a decision here. We're going back and forth. We're a little bit confused. There's a lack of clarity in the situation, but there is a decision to be made. We have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so the message that I just received was that the reason why there's lack of clarity and the difficulty in the decision is because there's too much holding on. There's too much holding on right now. And I feel like there's something that needs to be let go of, especially since that's come through in these energies. Something needs to be surrendered. Let me just see what else is coming through. Wow, okay. We have the Tower and the Eight of Wands coming through. Okay, well, of course, I couldn't do a reading without that damn Tower coming out. Yeah, we are definitely going through a Tower moment in humanity, and it's happening really fast. I'm getting the sense that more is going to be revealed to us, not just in our own lives, but again, on the world stage very quickly. Very, very quickly. Okay. So another message that I just heard was that the system that believes it's still in power is struggling to let go, and they're in for a very rude awakening. And it's kind of causing this back and forth of realities right now. That's why there's a fluctuation, but it is collapsing. For others of you that are kind of taking this message to heart in your own personal life, I just feel like allow the tower to happen in the life. Whatever is kind of trying to come through, it's got a very deep spiritual awakening, kind of enlightenment energy to me. For some of you, you need the spiritual enlightenment around this decision that you've been going back and forth on. And to know that you are receiving communication right now from your star family on how to let go. What do we need to know about the outcome? What do we need to know about the outcome? What is the advice about the outcome? We have the Hermit in reverse. Okay. Ooh. We have the Queen of Cups upright. Any other messages here about advice for the outcome? Wow. Okay, and then we have the Fool energy kind of coming up here. This is powerful. So when I look at this energy as the advice for the outcome, I'm just seeing that for those of you, there's so much power right now for you guys to really tune into your intuition, to access so many things that are trying to stay hidden but can't. And we're embarking on a very new beginning here. for humanity and for yourself. But for many of us, it requires, in many ways, it does require us going in. So there may be, if any of us are avoiding the need to really kind of pull away from stuff, really go within, there is a need to tune into the love frequency of the heart, but also the intuition. There's so much star activity here. There, like within these cards, there's so much star activity. Downloads coming in. Okay. To assist the timeline in full fruition, it is important that you use your spiritual access and connection and frequency to deepen and crystallize the new beginning coming in. How you do this is through your meditation, through your visualization, through your heart connection. So don't get pulled into too much of the drama, which, came in through the message yesterday. But they're really saying to kind of focus in on the heart. And again, the Queen of Cups, very feminine energy. Lyrin, there's a lot of feminine energy that's coming in, and it keeps kind of bringing that home, that the water. I keep just getting the water. The water is so important. So using your emotions to manifest into a future of creation. So when we think about the future, what would you wish it to be like? Tune into that. Tune into something you've never seen before that you would really wish to happen, that resonates at a frequency of love and is completely brand new. Tuning into this will be helpful for the planet as well as your own creations in your own life. Okay? This is kind of what I'm getting through like the Lyrins right now. Interesting. Just seeing if there's anything else. Okay, so anyone who's struggling with getting clarity on making a decision, you've got to tune into your heart. You're trying to think about it too much, and the inability to make a decision and constantly going back and forth is because there's not enough feminine energy being used in connecting to the feeling of what your decision needs to be. Connecting to the feeling of how your heart feels when making a decision. This will be helpful for you in your own life. Okay? And yeah, there's a tower coming here. But to me, it feels more of like a spiritual awakening tower that's kind of coming through. So let me just go into the Pleiades. Let me just kind of, I'm just going to shuffle and I'm going to connect here. Connecting with the Pleiades. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go into this deck first. Any messages that the Pleiadians would like to bring forth right now to anyone who is finding this video, listening at this time? What messages do you have right now for us that are important to bring into our awareness from our Pleiadian brothers and sisters? What messages would you like to bring forward at this time? I just heard clear the decks. Okay. I'm hearing clear the decks. This is not a drill. Okay. It just feels to me like this is the message that they're letting us know at this time is that there's been a lot of waiting and waiting and waiting, and this is one of the things we've been waiting for a long time. It's here. For those who have been wondering if anything is going to happen, you are watching it happen in real time at this time. Is one of the messages that is kind of coming through. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I've got chills for all of my American viewers. We have Garuda Suparna. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering the names. It's an eagle. This is crazy, just given the message they just gave me. Okay. All right. I'm hearing the eagle is soaring high in your hearts at this time for not just you, but the country. Cultivate confidence in yourself. You have the inner spiritual power to deal wisely and effectively with any situation. Don't allow anyone to take advantage of your kind nature. Reflect upon what action feels best for you to take and then follow through with decisiveness. Do not allow negativity to get a grip in your life. Positive energy and outcomes are indicated. Wow. Wow. Okay. Again, echoing what came through yesterday, very similar. But again, this is kind of speaking to, and I've seen some of this kind of going around, just even in some of my own friends that are kind of like watching what's happening. And some friends of mine are like, I wasn't sure if this, this fraud of, the event that just took place the other day. I'm trying not to say certain words because they get picked up in the algorithms. But you guys all know what I'm talking about. That they didn't think that it actually existed that much, that it was kind of like a conspiracy, but they're starting to realize, wow, this is actually happening. This is happening. And there are some people who are just like, oh, why doesn't Trump just concede and like know that he lost? Or like, it's this kind of attitude of don't lay down, don't stop fighting. Don't let anyone take advantage of your kind nature. Just because you're spiritual and you're in the heart does not mean that you are not a warrior as well, and that you fight for what is right and you fight for what you came here to do. Just keep fighting, but in a sense of it doesn't mean that you have to put your energy into all of the exhaustive things, but don't lose faith in humanity, don't lose faith in yourself, and don't lose faith in the process of knowing that things are going to be revealed and things are not over. Positive energy and outcomes are indicated here. Garuda fights on the side of the light and is a bringer of powerful protection and hope and is a symbol of rebirth. Like literally just that was in the channeled message. He is a capable warrior. His dark side can be seen in that he is merciless. In Buddhism, he is known as the dignity of wisdom. Sometimes our compassion can outweigh our wisdom. Our empathy allows troublesome behaviors or circumstances to fester and develop into far greater problems later on. If we had listened to our wisdom, we would have cut them off at the root. But while it can be harder to do so later, it is not impossible, and it is Garuda who teaches us to be unyielding when that is what wisdom calls for. So, oh man, wow. This is really powerful. This is kind of really hitting me. I don't know if it's hitting you guys, but this kind of like speaks to me in that part. I've talked about this a few times on my channel of, that idea of just like, oh, well, we just keep sending light and love and everything's just going to be great. And you guys all know I'm just you know, I believe in acting from the heart with intentions that are based in frequencies of the heart, but that doesn't mean you're a doormat. It doesn't mean you lay down. It doesn't mean you let people walk all over you because you want to be perceived as nice and as a little kitten. When the Lyrin energy is coming in as lioness, you know, like, I have to say, before I started, I asked for a guidance card from the Lyrins, and the card they gave me out of this deck was the lion energy. It was the lioness, the goddess of the lion. And I just feel like right now, they're reminding me of Marina. Okay, so you guys all know I'm very good friends with Marina Jacobi. And in her prophecy, it talks about the roar of the lion, that the lion will be awoken and that the roar will be heard across the land. And they're drawing my attention to this right now because this is a time where we must continue to have our voices heard, and do not let the past that has seemed to never come to fruition dampen your spirits of what is taking place right now. This is not the past. We repeat, this is not the past. So do not let that frequency or energy permeate into this timeline. You are creating new things. You are rebirthing. The rise of Atlantis and Lemuria is here. Warriors unite. Okay, wow. This is powerful. This is way more than I was expecting. Okay. Let me just kind of go into this oracle and find out what other energies are kind of coming through at this time from the Pleiades. Pleiadians, what other messages do you have for us at this time? Inner Earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. And I don't know why my stream is dropping. 17 skip frames? Why? I've got like a hardline connection. I don't understand why that's happening. You know, this happened yesterday. That's weird. Okay. Wow. So they're kind of letting us know that we're all going to survive this. We're all going to get through this. There are new solutions coming. This is a brand new beginning. And remember that whenever there's a new beginning, first there must be an ending. And the ending can often be very painful and hard to let go of. It's something, even if we don't want what is ending, even if we're okay with the ending, there is still the human aspect of feeling so familiar. It's the change. It's so difficult for humans. We see this all the time. You're so comfortable in what you know, but this time is important to transform, let go, the change is coming in. Any other messages here? Oh, wow. We have inner earth and now we have new earth coming in. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Okay, so we're getting lots of confirmations here from our Pleiadian friends who are very active at this time in assisting us through this shift in humanity. And again, this kind of speaks back to the message that the Lyrins finished off with. Keep holding the vision. So tuning into the heart frequency in your meditations, allow the vision of the future to start taking place in your meditations. What does that look like? Can you even imagine it? Play with the imagination. Really see it, feel it, tune into it, and let it play out in a way that is the most joyous you've ever seen. This is how you bring in the higher timelines. This is how you connect the future to the present moment. Let's kind of go into the tarot and see. Oh, okay. So they just said, as I looked at this card, I just heard new earth is descending. Ha ha, you thought it was ascending, but the higher aspects are coming into play. They are coming down. Okay, Okay, any tarot messages here from anything we need to know about from, wow, that's way too much, but we'll take this one. Oh, there it is again. Well, Four of Pentacles. This card, though, they're really wanting me to pay attention to the portal aspect of it, okay? I just keep hearing stay strong in your own stability. The Four of Pentacles is, okay, I'm getting the message. Everything is secure. Everything is stable. Just keep focusing on the portal opening. Focus on the sunshine. Focus on the new beginnings. And with the swan here, you know, the swan is so peaceful and graceful. They're kind of reminding me of the ugly duckling story right now, of remembering of like the old earth, like just like the ugly duckling, but it's coming into something beautiful right now. There's a transformation happening that'll be unrecognizable in many ways, and we're taking part in that process right now. Of course, the development of this will take many generations to fulfill, but you will begin to see some of this taking shape and form and activating in this lifetime for you. Any other messages here from the Pleiadians? Okay, we have the Empress in reverse. Tell me more. Tell me more about this Empress in reverse. Okay, I'm just hearing the manipulation is ending. The Empress in reverse is very manipulative energy of the wounded feminine. The Hanged One in reverse. This talks about finally getting a new perspective on something, becoming enlightened. I'm just getting the sense that a lot of enlightenment is going to come around the manipulation of the world right now, the forces that are, well, again, they keep saying, believe they're controlling everything. But there's some sort of enlightenment that is coming to light around this manipulation at this time. Stay strong. You got the Strength card, Leo energy coming forward. Wow, there's a lot of major arcana. This is gonna require a lot of strength on all of our parts. So just be ready. This isn't something that's going to come to an end anytime soon, but things are going to be revealed. It's the crumbling of the old structures. There is going to be a big mess. Lots of cleanup. So it's going to require a lot of strength on our part, a lot of courage. And I'm hearing too that for many of those who are unawakened and beginning to awaken to this process, it's going to draw upon a lot of places within them to have the courage to finally see what they haven't allowed them to see for so long. And this is going to be a very difficult process for them. It's going to take a lot from them. Any other messages here? Wow. Ooh. 4 major arcanas now. We have the Hierophant coming up, upright. The Hierophant represents higher learning, mentorship. I'm just getting, so the energy that I'm picking up here is that, wow, okay. Many are awakening and beginning to find their way out of the labyrinth that they've been lost in. Downloads are coming in, even for those who don't even know what downloads are. Many of you will be mentors and need to be ready to mentor at this time. but do so with a compassionate heart. Do so with the light shining from your heart. Stay committed to the spiritual path of ascension at all times, and know that the spiritual path of ascension will require a lot of patience as more awakens. Is what I'm getting there with the Hierophant card. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here in reverse? Just hearing, now is not a time to procrastinate, to not put in the effort into the things that you know you should be. It is a time to be taking action. It is a time to put the pedal to the floor full. Like, this is not a time to sit back. And we were referring to your own personal journeys, your own personal development, and building the things that you wish to build at this time that are in alignment with your spiritual journey and how that manifests in your physical world. And again, it's kind of speaking to the energy of the eagle, Garuda here, of like, don't be a doormat even in your own pathway. Like, really allow yourself to take off like the eagle. Really allow that. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Why is the Knight of Cups in reverse here? They just said, now come the difficult messages. The ones you don't want to hear. Okay. And then we have the Moon in reverse. So when I look at these cards, there's something hidden here, something that is going to come to light for you around the inaction that you've taken, around the inaction that you know you should have taken when it comes to your path. There is going to be some clarity here that's going to come to light, or things that may have felt like they were hidden are going to come to light here for you. But you need to start taking action. You can't just sit back and wait for things to happen. You have to be the master of your own destiny, which means you have to be a participant in your own destiny. So start creating in some way here. Remember that if you are not being a master creator in your own destiny, or waiting or in fear of acting because you're not sure if it's the right time, that this is contributing to the energies of those who are still not awakened to seeing what needs to be seen. There is so much that comes through the energetic field of those of us who have a lot of power in our own energy of creation to start showing what a life looks like when you build it upon the stars of your own destiny, not the destiny that the Matrix has for you. So that is the message from the Pleiadians, guys. Okay, so let me just kind of see. That was kind of wild. Let me just see who's like... Janine, crumbling of the distortions, yeah. Trust the process and keep the dream alive. Stay in the now, in the moment, in the flesh. Free press 666. In the air, all will be tested by the fire. You pass the water test. Interesting. Collapse, then rebirth. Yeah, so it just looks here like we've kind of got some really nice confirmations that everything is going accordingly to the divine plan, shall we say. And just a reminder to don't don't concede anything. Okay, don't concede. Stay in your own power of creations, but also don't concede anything in your reality because you feel there's no hope. Okay? Things are happening. Keep holding the vision. We will survive this. We will get through this. It's going to be like this for a little bit. There's a lot of struggle. And they're talking right now of the struggle of those losing grip on reality, of the new reality coming in. And to hold compassion for that, because on some level, all of us are actually losing grip on our own old reality. And to be able to have compassion for that and see the awareness within that in our own reality will actually allow the letting go process happen even faster that was talked about in the first reading. All right, guys. So I love you so much. I hope you're all well. If you guys need your own personal readings or anything like that, you want to work with me, all of that is in the description below. And anything else, if you need to find anything else, you can head over to my website, NicoleFrolick.com. Guys, I love you so much. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll be back with you guys hopefully on Sunday. Pending everything goes well with alchemy. I've got my alchemy call this Sunday. So those of you who are interested in joining alchemy, our live call is this Sunday. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys all there. All right. We'll talk to you guys soon. I love you.